Jets blow a 16-point lead at home to lose week 1, and then before the Monday Nighter, Sam Darnold comes down with mononucleosis. The worst Mad Lib in New York Jets history, or at least the one since Ryan Fitzpatrick gets the start because Geno Smith had his jaw rearranged by his teammate.
I think you got it all.
Did I get it all?
I think so.
Well, I don't know if I got it all. Another expert on this subject is joining us back on the Rich Eisen Show, Mike Greenberg. Did I get it right, Greenie?
In order to get it all, we would need about 3 or 4 days to have this conversation. But I think you have touched on the most important and salient points. I'm trying to come up with a joke that says something along the lines of, what do my 15-year-old niece and the starting quarterback of the New York Jets have in common?
Oh, my gosh.
They're both going to miss a little time with mono. You could not make this up if you tried to.
No, you couldn't. I mean, and I say here then what I tweeted out earlier. I know you're a busy man. I don't know if you saw it, but you said that you're renaming your children Sam and Darnold. You can rename them mono and nucleosis. How does nucleosis Greenberg hit you?
That sounds good. We're actually taking her off to college this weekend. We're taking little nucleosis to Northwestern on Saturday. And listen, this is so ridiculously depressing that my mind actually went to the worst possible place. Now, I'll give you the worst case,
okay,
and then we'll work our way back to the best case. I want to ask you an honest question as a fan of the Jets.
Yes, sir.
Because you and I, when we were together, we talked about how tough the start of the schedule is.
No doubt.
The Jets could have been a reasonably good team and been 1-6. Winning the Buffalo game felt absolutely paramount. So the Jets could play even better than we expect them to and still be hopelessly buried by the time Sam Darnold comes back. If the Jets are staring, I'm at 0-4, which feels like a very real possibility right now. Would you, Rich Eisen, trade Le'Veon Bell?
Would I trade Le'Veon Bell? Look at you, Greenie.
Every
Look
year
at you.
that goes by with him is 1 year further from his maximum, from his prime. If you traded him in October of this year, you would probably get a pretty significant return. This year is a wash. You're probably better off, and I hate even saying this out loud, but once you're 0-4, winning games actually become somewhat contrary to your bigger picture objectives. I'm not suggesting tanking or anything like that, but I am suggesting that having Le'Veon Bell on an 0-4 team is, insert your joke here, having really fancy rims on a car that has no engine. So would you, if there was some team out there that felt they were a running back away, that felt they were Le'Veon Bell away from winning a Super Bowl, and offered you a really big haul of draft picks, if you were the Jets, would you do that deal?
I would not, Mike. I would not. Le'Veon Bell is at the beginning of his peak years. Even 0-4 is not the end of it. I mean, I could go, Joe Walton on you here. I mean, they could pull a reverse Joe Walton and go in a different direction. Because again, it depends on who would be so desperate as to trade for Le'Veon Bell in the middle of the season. I don't know who would do something like that. It's a great fodder for a conversation like we're having, but still, Sam Darnold's 22. Le'Veon Bell is what, Brockman, 26? I mean, it makes. I wouldn't do it, Mike. You would? Would you really entertain that?
I don't know that I would or not, but the thought crossed my mind, and the mere fact that the thought of whether or not they should trade Le'Veon Bell one game into his tenure with the Jets is about the most depressing thing I can imagine.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.